154 front. Thing is, when it's your first swing out the car, you're never quite sure how you're going to hit it, are you? If I hit this well, it should reach, hopefully. Right, play well. You say that every time. Needs to fly a bit, I think. Oh! Wow! Yeah. I'll tell you what though, for first swing out the car, I'll take it. So, a little bit of a different start to the video. I usually, as you know, do a little sort of introduction at the car, but I got stuck in traffic coming here, which meant I was in a rush and we've had to literally just have a few putts and rush on the first tee. So, last video we're at Royal Liverpool playing links golf for a competition round. Today we're at Southport and Ainsdale, one of the best links courses in the country. This is where I grew up playing golf. I'm playing with my dad, which is always a joy. And we're going to do a score. This is a tough golf course, and as always with links golf courses, the wind is really blowing, so we'll see what we can do. I better just put a mark on it. I feel like I got a bit unlucky there. Got a big bounce.
Yeah, you got a hell of a hard bounce off the side of the hill.
Yeah. Element of guesswork in this. These greens are so much quicker than Pleasanton. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll be happy with a 2-putt from here. Oh. So, wind blew the camera over there, but left it way short. Give you that, Dad.
Yeah, too fast.
Yeah, without having much of a practice putt. I always seem to start with a bogey recently. Okay, straight downwind. Yeah, if I get a good drive away and miss those. I mean, how many bunkers are down there? If I manage to navigate through all those bunkers, then yeah, you're right, we could possibly have a little look at getting on in 2. Yeah, it might die down a little bit later though. Sometimes it dies down in the evening, doesn't it?
First one over with, in good position.
Yeah, I couldn't ask for much better than that. It's pretty much all I've got. Feels like that drive's gone an awful long way. I mean, how far is this hole? It's well over 500 yards, isn't it?
Yes, it's yeah.
What's it say on the card? 554, and I've got 190 left.
554 off the yellow, yeah.
554, so 550, 190. That's gone 300 and.
Well, as you know, it comes in off the left.
That's a bit of a sucker pin as well over there, isn't
In
it?
the middle, depending on the bounce, will go right, and you don't want to be in that bunker on the right hand side.
Thing is, like downwind,
That's the anomaly.
yeah, with as firm as it is, I'm not 100% sure what to hit, but yeah, you definitely don't want to be big, do you?
Don't want to be big eyes.
No, so
Being off the left shoulder is the shot. That's your tricky one. It's a white flag, isn't it?
yeah, I'll hit a 7-iron, which usually flies around 165 without any wind. So with wind and a big bounce, hopefully this will go up there. That's,
You got one. Shot. That's me right at the back, that.
it's gone over the back of the green.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was when you said 7, I was thinking 8, you know, you again.
Oh God, that just shows.
But it looks a long way for an 8, doesn't it?
It does look at 190. It's 190 yards, but yeah, I needed an 8-iron. That's gone over the back of the green into the deep rough. Wow. Wow. Not a lot of shot on here. Somehow I've got to try and just pitch this about 5 yards in front of me out of this lie. Tell you what, I'm happy with that. Surprising, actually into the wind, it really held it up. Gets it back straight away, which is nice. If it's a drive like I did on the last, I wouldn't be too far away from the green here, I don't think.
You won't.
Well, let's give it a crack.
I'm surprised you haven't.
It's just a little bit right.
Has it gone between the bunkers of the green and that one on the fairway?
It's gone in the furthest greenside bunker on the right hand side. So it has gone 370 yards. So this bunker's been raked really badly. So I've actually got a big, sort of like I'm in a ridge basically with a load of sand here, which is almost level with the ball. So it's going to be tough to try and get underneath this. I had to make sure I got it out because it was a terrible lie, Dad. Yeah. These greens look so good. Just gives you confidence that you can hold some putts. Okay, there's going to be quite a bit of right to left in this with the wind as well, coming from the right. Wow, that was quicker than I thought. That was quicker than I thought. Oh! Bloody hell! That is annoying. Actually, I'm going to hit 3 wood. even though we're turning back into the wind. Right, come on, forget about the last. I'm hitting it absolutely great at the moment. Just need to get my short game and my putting sorted out. It's letting me down all the time, and it just comes down basically to just not having time to really practice it. I mean, can there be anything more frustrating than being in a greenside bunker on a par 4 for 1 and walking off with a bogey? I mean, it's just this game, honestly. Anyway, like I always say in my golf psychology videos, it's gone now. Forget about it, and just look forward and give ourselves a chance here to try and get that shot back. I tell you what, I absolutely striped that. 3-wood, yeah. And I didn't want it to go this far, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's left me a really tricky shot.
it's not a comfortable measurement for the wedge, is it?
It's right on the edge of an old divot as well. And the wind, it's got to try and ignore that lie and just play the shot. It was just that lie. It was just on right on the edge of a sandy divot. Jesus. Could be one of those very frustrating days on the golf course. Right. Could really do with a 2-putt here, just to try and keep things together. It's just... This is tough though, coming up the hill. Quite a steep hill here, but I mean the fairway here is almost as tight as the green, so it's got a big left to right break on it though. Getting the pace is going to be quite tricky. Not bad. Yeah, it was a good 4 in the end, wasn't it? Right, stroke 1 hole. Ah. No, it's not a terrible shot. It's just going to be in that rough on the left on the hill there. Okay, it's a little bit of a dodgy stance, but the ball is actually lying really well. 153 middle, wind hurting in off the right. So picking the right club in these conditions is so tough, but you know, this is links golf. Like when I played Royal Liverpool in the last video, it was blowing there. It's very rarely not blowing here. You know, you're always near the seaside, which means there's always going to be wind. So I've got a 7-iron here. To be honest with you, this is one of the hardest holes on the course. That's why it's stroke 1. I'll be delighted to just get out of here with a 4. Pins at the back. Just got to commit to this. Stay there. Couldn't see it come down in the sun, but it's right in the middle of the green, so if it's the right club it should be a good shot. Oh, there it is there. Well, that. Oh. It can't have gone over by much to have just still ended up here. It must have just trickled down. But now, off a severe upslope, downwind, and the ball is actually sitting up in the grass, so you can catch these right off the top of the club and it just comes out like dead. That came out pretty solid. It was a hit and hope, that. Oh, that is frustrating. These greens are possibly a little bit quicker than I think. But I am coming back into the wind here. So you've got to try and put that in the equation. Oh, you've not hit it, Craig. Jesus. Don't feel like I'm doing a lot wrong, but I'm scoring 2 over and hit a lot of good golf shots. Okay, so apologies. Forgot to start the camera on the tee, but just striped another tee shot. So just got to try and keep the faith here, because I'm hitting it great. I'm swinging it well. It's very difficult conditions with it being so firm and obviously being so windy. Okay, we've got a 130 middle, but the pin's right at the back. I've got a 145 back, but the wind is hurting. So I'm just thinking just down shaft 8 iron. Great drive again, just got to keep plugging away here. Be right. Yeah. I gave myself plenty of club. I think it's on the back of the green, but it shouldn't be too far away from the pin with a back pin. Lovely. Wish my short game was as good as my dad's. Weak.
Whatever you want to do.
Oh, I'm not getting.
I'll go in the leg.
No, it's fine. Right, this is a real birdie. Need a birdie here. Yeah, driver's not the one. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, it's fine, but I'd almost skied a 3-wood. I mean, this is my most reliable club. I usually just stripe it.
No, you're aim here. You see the white chimney right on the horizon?
Yeah.
That's your aim. That's your line.
Yeah, that's where I was aiming,
Yeah,
but
right, yeah. Well, you have that right.
I just went right underneath it. So that's a terrible shot. First misstriked shot of the day, but it's actually not a disaster. I can still get on the green in 2 here quite comfortably. I'm just a hell of a lot further back than I would have been if I'd just striped it. Okay, so like we say, it's not in any massive trouble. I'm just a long way back. So the watch is saying 230 to middle. We've got a little bit of, can't really feel the wind here, but thing is, it's like, it's so firm. It's not going to play anywhere near that, but what do you hit? I'm going to hit a 6 iron and just count on it taking a big bounce off the fairway and just bounding on. Oh, that could be very good. That could be good. I'm just praying it's the right club. It's right on line. Is it good? Dad's clapping, so he must think it's good. It was right on line. It was right at the flag. You got yours? Right, come on, Craig. Let's try and give this a chance at least. Oh, it was right on line as well. Just can't convince myself to hit them. Yeah, I've only had 2 pars in 7 holes. This is a good hole right into the teeth of the wind. 142 middle. Slightly uphill into the wind. So we're definitely going up a club. I'm going to hit a 7, but I'm going to try and knock it down a little bit. I mean, there's no miss on this hole because it's a plateau green with fall off on all sides. You've just got to hit the green and be pleased with that, really. Be good.
Yeah. Right at it.
Yeah, let's hope it's the right club. So I've got to say, I'm absolutely mortified with that. I mean, on the good side, it was another absolutely flushed iron shot, but gone right to the back of the green, and this is a very, very tough 2-putt. Downwind, coming up this slope, moving left to right, and then past the hole, the green goes away. So this is going to be a very, very, very good 2-putt. Walking up to the green, I was expecting to have maybe a 25-footer for birdie. That was the thing, once it got past downwind, once it got past the flag, everything's just going away. That was such a tough putt. The only good thing I can say about this is that I'm coming back uphill.
Just slightly uphill.
And into the wind.
Yeah, into the wind as well. Yeah.
It's another hole where I just don't feel like I've done too much wrong and I'm walking off with a bogey again. It's a great shot in. God, what a frustrating day this is turning out to be. Okay, we just need a good solid straight shot here, downwind. You know what, I always go over there. Oh, that's going to be in trouble. Dad's saying I've got lucky and I finished just before the ditch, which is where my ball usually ends up when I tug a drive left on this hole. Oh yeah, I've got lucky there. I've got so lucky. Okay, so I've got 190 straight downwind. The lies, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining because I've got lucky here. The pin's behind the bunker, which I've just got to ignore. I've got to try and just go for the gap in the front of the green, bounce it 30 yards short and just let it bounce up. So even though I'm 190, I've only got a 9 iron here. Just try and get it on the green. That should do the job. Yeah, that was all I was trying to do, bounce it short and just get it on the green. That's a good shot, actually. That's a very good shot. Okay, that was a really good shot. Judged it perfectly. It bounced about 30 yards short of the green and just kept bouncing and trundling and moving. And then nearly came up pin high. Okay, let's see if we can actually get one to the hole. There's a bit of left to right wind here as well that we've got to take into consideration just as the ball starts to die. Oh, it's a good putt. It's a better putt. Hit it exactly where I wanted. To be honest with you, it's one of the harder par fours, so I'm actually not disappointed with that, especially when my tee shot was in the air. Okay, so that's it for part one. Front nine done. I'm 2 over par, but with 2 3-putts and making a bogey when I was in that greenside bunker for 1 on a par 4, you know, kind of feel like I should be easily just level par. And it's a bit of a familiar story really, where my game's just not quite as tight as it needs to be. Again, I always say this, you know, I don't get a lot of time to play and practice, so it's hard to really tighten up my short game. And these greens are a lot different to what I'm used to as well. But anyway, let's see what we can do on the back nine. I'll see you in part 2.